Lost Reddit, yeah.
Oh.
Can you fix it? Fix it.
Talk for me, Tolbert.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
You're good. Testing 1 2 3 4.
I hope that goes into the podcast.
Holy shit, Tolbert!
Shandy.
You've had like half of whatever that lime flavored something.
Topo Chico.
Oh my god,
Well, twist the line.
that was disgusting.
Bubbly.
Topo Chico, Topo Chico.
Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13.
Welcome to $2 Studios on Harrison Street.
We're gonna give him an aneurysm. We better stop.
No, it's just he was a lot louder than I thought he was going to be.
He's so anxious. His family round him up. The Spectrum cable internet's got him all.
Dude, I cannot
Jacked
believe
and-
that, man.
Oh, I can.
He didn't even ask for a credit yet. It's the fourth time he's called.
It took you 4 days.
Oh my god! Stand by in 3.
Aaron's dirty sock is in my mouth.
2 1. Welcome to $2 Steak, a pro wrestling podcast.
We're back. It's been a while, boys.
I'm your host, Aaron Varnum. Joining me today, Big Mike, Tolbert,
Hello.
and Cookie.
Why
Yes,
aren't you?
sir. Yes, sir.
Why aren't you so excited right now?
Man, it has been a week.
Yeah.
2
It
weeks.
has been 2 weeks since we heard the sultry tones of the $2 Steak wonderful theme song, the Terry.
I forgot how it goes.
Strong.
You have the power. All right, so here we are. We're back. We had a hell of a week last week, and you know, last minute decision. I decided that we needed to just postpone,
Take a little break.
take a
little
break.
Vacation.
But I mean, it really helped us get into you know, our mindset and helped us relax a little bit. Last Sunday was hell.
Oh yeah.
Last weekend was a very, very busy weekend. I was juggling the tournament. We had our Sevens tournament, our annual tournament, which is a huge deal. We put it all together, and this year we did something. We actually put it together. We didn't have like a third party doing it like we usually do. So all of the players were putting together this tournament, and it was very stressful. We got it all together. We got it done, but I was having to juggle that with moving into the new house. Guys,
new $2 Studios.
we are in a new facility. We are in $2 Studios, the real $2 Studios. That last
official.
one was the fake $2 Studios. Guys, the house is pretty sweet, right?
I like
Nice.
it.
It's nice.
Small,
Quaint.
but very, very nice.
It's very comfortable.
It is peaceful. It at night. It is darker than the other place because I was downtown, so it was like there was street lights and all this stuff here. Completely like pitch black when I go to bed. I don't hear anything. The only thing I
also,
hear, I've got the state port near me, which is kind of cool.
It's cool. You hear the tugboats and you hear the horns from the boats at night.
Yeah.
'Cause I lived down this way for a long time, but it's cool to be right near the port. You know.
I
All
haven't
the-
really met any of the neighbors. I've kind of watched them, you know, drive
I
by.
wouldn't.
Tolbert and I met.
I wouldn't meet the neighbors. Don't meet the
Yeah,
neighbors.
we met.
Don't meet the
Cookie, you didn't hear this. We almost met 2 of the neighbors yesterday.
Yeah.
They were walking by, and they were like, you know,
Cookie, is your mic on?
Yeah. What?
Oh, I was just making sure. I was just making sure.
All right, so yesterday we're waiting on Aaron. We're sitting on his front porch. We had some beers though, so we're good to go. So sitting on these 2 nice chairs out here, very comfortable porch by the way.
Howard Varnum Adirondack chairs.
Oh, they're the
Howard
best.
Rondak chairs.
Yeah, Howard Rondak chairs. Anyway, we're sitting there watching the neighborhood. You know, it's nice and cool out for once, and I hear this noise, this rattling noise, and these 2 guys. They're not kids. They're like guys.
No, they're like mid-20s,
Yeah.
early 30s.
They're pushing a lawnmower down the street, but it has no front wheels. They have rusted off. Right? So you know, has to put it at an angle as he's pushing it down the street. His buddy's got the gas can, which is an old kerosene.
It's actually a kerosene
It's
can.
an old kerosene can.
All right.
And they're going door to door.
He converted it to kerosene. It's a little bit cleaner.
The funny thing so this guy has no front wheels, so if they have to cut grass, they're going to have to like
Balance it the whole
wheelie
time.
The whole
Balance
time.
it, yeah.
But I told Tolbert, I said the grass in my backyard had gotten so high, that's how I was cutting my grass yesterday.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was
Had
terrible.
a lot of rain. It's
I
been
did,
hot
I,
and sticky.
You called it, Aaron. I didn't actually go to the gym. I went home, cut my grass, but I got a wicked tricep workout trying to like.
Oh yeah, wicked tricep.
Wicked. You see these things?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Your neighborhood's interesting.
It's
great.
a good
It's
neighborhood, man.
yeah.
I lived in this neighborhood for 4 years, and there's a lot of characters. There's a lot of good people too.
Yeah, there's totally. I mean, like, I think that this neighborhood has a lot of potential, and I think that
yeah.
you know, it is a cool area. Quit giving that look, Cookie.
I am just looking around, just watching my surroundings.
Why? Do you feel unsafe?
Did you see those 2 guys that walked past me when I
They were children.
16-year-olds trying to hoop, man.
Those were not 16-year-olds.
They were obese 16-year-olds.
They were at least 25.
They were not 25. They were 16-year-olds.
Tolbert and I had he had the good analogy. This neighborhood's got just enough like
Edge?
sketchiness,
Sketchiness.
but
Just enough.
the family across the street, this cute little family with like 2 under 3, and they're just trying to get by in this world. It's a good spot for you, Aaron.
I think so too. I'm a little edgy. I'm on edge.
It's a great place to sow your seeds.
At one point, all of the service industry downtown lived in this neighborhood. It used to be Service Industry Park.
I mean,
It was
a
fun
lot of
times. It
them,
was fun
a lot of them
times.
still live here.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we also had the Sevens tournament. Sevens tournament was a little crazy.
It was nuts. It was nuts. It's a lot of fun though. It's so much work, but when you're standing there on Saturday and you're surrounded by just everywhere you look,
Over
there's
1,000
rugby
people.
game going on, and all these
fucking
people
awesome,
and
man.
teams from all over. It's an amazing.
Was it like
feeling.
140, 150 some matches or something like that?
There was we played 15 of them on
so
Saturday.
I played 3 full matches and then parts of 3 others.
I played 5 full matches on Saturday.
The craziest thing
Proud
is
of you.
that
and you scored a try.
And what?
wait
It
a
was a
fucking
good try.
kill it.
You
It was a try.
are just.
We're gonna
we've
get
got
there.
Marvez, Alex Marvez over
Oh,
here,
God,
just
you
spoiling everything.
Spoiled the whole thing,
I was
Tolbert.
trying to give my boys some props.
We were gonna get there. We were gonna get
The
there.
build up, Tolbert. The build up.
No, but it's the funniest thing about sevens is it's 7-minute halves. Doesn't sound like that bad.
Oh, it's terrible.
But I'm more tired after a sevens match than I am a 15s match. It's because you can't walk during sevens.
Right.
No.
You're constantly running.
Sprint.
We all lost
Sprint,
15
sprint,
pounds
sprint.
this weekend. At
Dude.
least all of us.
Tolbert, I didn't tell you this, I don't think. I literally got home Sunday night, and I think I had a hypoglycemic event. I couldn't stop shaking.
Oh, dude,
I was
know.
freezing. I literally put on a
you
hoodie and sweatpants. I was like 10 minutes away from going to the fucking hospital.
Yeah, it's all the sun exposure.
It's
too.
the
We're
sun.
all
It's the
sunburned,
booze. but
dehydrated.
Problem is, I pulled a Joey Janela. I was just drinking White Claws and Trulies, and I had no carbs. So my blood sugar must have just.
it's
tanked.
the devil's juice.
I bought I brought a bunch of little Debbie snacks and like mangoes and nuts.
My wife took.
It's a very interesting combination.
My wife took great care of me on Saturday. She brought sandwiches and fruit and all sorts of stuff. After we lost on Sunday, she fucking bailed. They went to the beach. And I'm just sitting there in the heat.
well, she had her little cousin in town all week
Yeah, but
who didn't bring me ice cream.
I
We
mean,
also took out downtown.
We had
my
fun.
God.
It was a
God
fun.
about downtown.
I love the
Hey, wait a
seven
second.
tournament.
Did-
Rebellion.
There's didn't you have a little moment downtown last
Yeah,
weekend?
we want to know about
never
your slight
heard.
concussion. Tell us
Yeah,
the
you-
story
no-
of your
nobody's
slight
heard-
concussion.
Yeah.
Nobody has heard
No
this,
one's
the
heard
cookie
story
concussion
yet.
story.
So I did not make it to Sunday. There's
Yeah, no shit. We
I did-
didn't see you.
We were
no,
there.
Yeah, I did not make it to Sunday for a good reason, I think. So Saturday night, coming home from the bars.
What?
and-
You were in an Uber?
No, my friend drove. First mistake. He drove.
Was he drinking?
Slightly.
God,
Slightly.
dumb.
come
Slightly.
on.
Fucking
Yeah,
dumb.
I gotta say it. Yeah, he was, and we went to go get cookout. Everything's fine.
Went to go get cookies.
Hey, I mean,
So many
you have to
stories in
cap off a
Wilmington start
night
like this.
Yeah, I know.
The last time I was in a cookout drive-through, the girl in the car in front of me was just puking out the side.
I know at least 5 friends that have been arrested. Like we were going to cookout, and that's how
That's
the
how
story
the story
starts.
starts, and then it just fucking tanks.
All right, go on,
All right,
Cookie.
sorry, Cookie.
Same thing. We were going to cookout. We're on our way back from cookout. He likes to swerve back and forth, just like
Why? That is the
dumbest
shit. Believe me,
Cookie, you
I
hang out
know.
with some retarded
I know.
people.
Believe me.
Hey,
thank
Cookie
you. I'm
said
so
my
glad you said
neighborhood is rough.
that. Yeah, this was rough, and he's an idiot for doing this. But he does it. But he usually has control. I've known him for years. He's done it all the time.
You gonna-
But this time, I was in the back seat of this small sports car, and I had the cookout trays in the back. Both arms are full, so I can't brace myself when he's doing this. So I'm like, "Yo, chill. I'm trying to hold this cookout. Like, you want your food to spill?" And he takes a wide turn, accidentally loses control a little bit. I go straight to the right, hit that hard plastic handling to the side of the car, and I just fuzzy, just immediately.
And then Cookie woke up in his bed.
And I woke, yeah.
Just like every other Cookie concussion.
God,
story.
I was taking very slow steps.
That is at
up those
least
stairs.
your third concussion this.
Since we started the podcast.
Yeah.
There's another story.
Cookie.
Yep, there it is.
I thought I had a lot of concussions and they were bad.
Yeah.
You get some. You may need to go see a neurologist in the next
year,
in the next month.
Yeah.
probably.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
Varden actually made the news talking about concussion.
Oh my god!
They interviewed you, and of course, Aaron goes down the CTE route.
Oh, God.
They baited me. And you know what, man? Like working in news for 8 years, working as the guy that goes out and baits people with questions.
As soon as you said it, I hope you were like, "Fuck."
You just
Oh,
marked it out.
I as soon as I said it, I'm like, they're gonna go with that SOT.
Yep.
A SOT being a sound on tape. That's the sound bite, and I knew they were gonna go with it. And so the WECT guy's like, yeah. So how is this compared to football? I'm like, well, there's a lot of controversy with football right now, and with the CTE. And then I'm like, shit.
So you should have just started swearing.
Their sevens and
You should have just started swearing uncontrollably at that point. So they had to cut it.
As somebody that has CTE, I think that rugby is a safer sport sometimes. It's not. It's not a safer sport.
It is.
It is.
I've seen way less injuries in my time playing rugby than I have.
Oh, we saw somebody get their leg broken.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. Thanks.
I saw someone get knocked out too.
I was 3 lanes over from this kid, and
That was Sunday, right? When that
You were on
happened?
the field?
I was on the field.
All right.
I was 2 lanes over from him.
Yes, you told me about this.
Yeah, 18-year-old kid. We're playing against Triad, which are good friends of ours. Love those guys. We're playing, and it was a B-side like constellation, like second place match. So we all take the field with attitude. Let's have some fun, finish out the day, play a good, friendly but tough game against each other. Right? Starts off good, back and forth. Second half. Kid makes a breakaway, breaks the line. He's running for the try zone. Yeah, a little foreshadowing there. One of our new guys, this is probably like his 3rd, 4th rugby game. Like yesterday, the day before he played with us, all day. But first time playing rugby, tackles him from behind. Kid rolls awkward. We just hear him start screaming just animalistic screams, man, just gut-wrenching.
Guttural screams.
Dude, it was fucking gnarly. And then his leg lifts up in the air, and this is like 90 degrees.
It's at half mast.
What's the wrestler broke his leg jumping off the top
Sid
turnbuckle?
Vicious.
Sid Vicious,
It looked
yeah.
just like that.
Oh, good.
That's what it looked
Good.
like.
That was one of my
Yeah.
favorite.
Psycho-
Speaking of
Psycho
professional
Sid.
wrestling, I forgot that this is a professional wrestling podcast.
Yeah. We said we were going to make this quick. And
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna make this a quick
A lot's
episode.
happened, though.
It's gonna be a quick episode. So let's start off with our first match of the evening, and it is an I Quit match for Big Mike. Mike, you have got Sting against Ravishing Rick Rude.
I do. And it's at the Disney MGM Grand, right?
So
The
can
studio.
let me give you a little bit of
Please
background
do,
about
because
this.
it was a smaller venue.
Eventually it got bigger. They were able. This was the early part of the thing, and it's a genius idea.
That's
It
the
is
first thing you
absolutely
noticed, though.
genius.
It looks like a Nickelodeon studio.
Yeah, but it kind of was.
Yeah.
The Nickelodeon studio was on the Universal lots. This was on the Disney MGM lots. And what they did is they built this studio. I don't know if it was specifically for WCW. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't. But they had this soundstage. WCW said, hey, what better way to have built-in foot traffic than to have this studio here on the lot? People are going around. It's the summertime or it's whenever. Maybe they want to sit down for an hour and a half. Cool. You can come in and you can watch professional wrestling. That's the plus.
Okay.
The con, you're not always going to have professional wrestling fans. You're going to have people. You're going to have Howard Varnum wanting to sit his ass down
In the air conditioning.
in an air conditioning for 2 hours and watching this. So he's not caught up with all the storylines, but you've got a butt in a seat.
Yeah, no, and the crowd was decent the whole
Someone
time.
might buy a T-shirt afterwards.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. The weirdest thing about the whole thing was the ring was spinning in the opening.
That was
I forgot about it.
And I'm like,
so
and I'm,
badass.
and I'm going to jump ahead, but I was like, props to Rick Rude. He's giving this promo while the ring's spinning. But
I would have
he
thrown
doesn't-
up.
He doesn't turn at all. Like he's just must be like chopping his feet or something. Anyway, the whole video that we posted, it starts with Sting and Dusty Rhodes.
Yes.
Going back and forth, talking about how they're drawn for this dream match stipulation. Sting likes I Quit matches. Rick Rude likes a coal miner glove match. And I At first, I had no idea what the coal miner's glove was. Cornette talked
Cornette.
a little bit
Yeah, it was
about it.
awesome.
The idea of so Rick Rude likes a coal miner's glove match, meaning like first to get the glove can use it, and it's like this loaded, weighted glove that's supposed to like knock somebody out as soon as you use it.
So as a coal miner, and the way Cornette explained it, which was very smart, this is a match that originated in regions of the U.S. that coal mining, maybe Pittsburgh. Like there's wrestling matches in Pittsburgh. There's wrestling matches in West Virginia, Kentucky. A lot of these Appalachian region areas. And as a coal miner, you need a glove that can withstand doing stuff in the mine. So it's a glove, but with the knuckles are wrapped in like a metal, something like that to kind of.
So it was a good preface for Rick Rude's. Like he wanted that. Sting wanted the I Quit. They draw out of a fishbowl, and apparently it became an I Quit match.
I don't think those words were uttered at all throughout the match, though, right?
Not once. I
Guys,
don't think so.
guys,
All right, sorry, I'm Marvez.
guys. Yeah.
Marvez.
Fucking Marvez. Couldn't shut up about him. Anyway, let's get to the match. Sting comes out, and he is just decked out in America. Thank God for Sting, because it was the 4th of July when I watched this match, close to it anyway, and it was all about America.
God
I
bless
saluted
it.
the TV. Like,
God bless it. Yeah, man. Rick Rude, he comes out. He's the WCW World Heavyweight Champion at this point.
Big deal.
They actually preface that the match is just a match. There's no stipulations or anything on it. They preface it because Rude will be facing Vader at Slamboree in a couple weeks. I love Rick Rude's entrance.
Rick Rude's phenomenal,
Dude,
man.
he came out great. He looks like a fucking young Tom Selleck.
he looks funny.
Talking to your mic, Tolbert.
Talking to the mic if you're going to be...
Sorry. In the promo, Sting makes a comment about how he skips leg day, and then he comes out and he's got these tiny little legs.
But his upper
doesn't
body,
matter, dude.
Adonis.
Yeah.
Adonis.
Oh my
He's
It was really
yacked.
funny.
Anyway,
He looks like Freddie Mercury.
no, Tom Selleck. He is Tom
Freddie
Selleck.
I can see. But it's also. I hate to say it. Freddie Mercury looked like that during his like sickness years when he had the mustache and stuff. So he looks like a yak sickness years of.
Queen.
This is devolved already.
I'm sorry,
I
but
haven't
like,
even got to the match yet. This is already devolved
oh,
to
look at the time.
age jokes. All right.
That was
An
was
AIDS
not
joke.
an AIDS joke.
Anyway,
Extreme Rules mindset.
Jesse Ventura, Tony Schiavone, right, on commentary.
Yeah.
And guess who's the ref? Fucking Randy Anderson.
I love Randy. God rest his
You know
soul.
what, though? To be fair, Randy Anderson this time looks a little different. He looks, I would say, like Bill Murray's brother. What's that guy's name?
Brian Doyle Murray.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he looks like him. So he's changed his appearance a little bit.
Oh, good.
So we start off, go for the lockup. Rude starts just hammering Sting to massive boost from the crowd. So apparently this crowd knew a little bit about what was going on. Sting gets some offense in. 4 massive backdrops. Dude.
Launched.
Huge. Like, I don't know if Rude was jumping up or Sting was just that strong he could just toss a grown man in the air. But like feet above Sting's head. Massive. And then the crowd at this point is just clearly behind Sting. Sting gets some more offense in. He locks into a chin lock, and he's just wrenching him, right? And this is one about my only knock on commentary at this point. So Sting is, this giant man. He just launched this dude in the air, and he's got him. He's sitting on his back, pulling his face, and commentary's going, what's going to allow Rude to survive this is his conditioning. Motherfucker, cardiorespiratory endurance has nothing to do with your ability to survive a chin lock. Like,
Your neck getting stretched
it
out.
doesn't matter. And I literally, I'm just like,
Follow the money
Thank
trail.
God I ran those 5
what-
miles.
Yeah, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Anyway, you could have said his massive traps, his strong, stunning pecs, anything like that, but they went with his endurance. Anyway, there's a couple rounds of chin locks, gets in, gets out, all that sort of stuff. Finally ends with Sting going for a big stomp kind of thing.
Okay.
And Rude rolls over and knees Sting in the nuts. Rude then quickly goes for another reverse atomic drop, which to the casual eye looks like he just kneed him in the balls. But Jesse Ventura went on to tell us that it is a legal move because it drops onto the tailbone.
It's on the coccyx, not the cock.
Actually, yeah, I wish I would have thought of that. That's a really good reference for anatomy. Rude gets Sting into a sleeper hold, and Rude's feet are up on the ropes. Moves again. Rude moves into a chin lock. Sting reverses it into another. Is it a back body drop? Did anybody actually watch my match?
I did.
I watched your match at like 3 a.m.
Okay. Anyway, Sting leads into some offense. Another huge backdrop. Another big atomic drop for Sting. Sting eventually goes for this massive drop kick, but Rude holds onto the rope. Sting misses the kick. Rude then goes to the corner. Goes for a coal miner's glove. How about that for some foreshadowing, boys?
Boom.
And then Vader comes on the TV. and he's like, turn around, boy. Turn around. And then Vader says, you're stupider than you look. Sting clotheslines Rude out of the ring. And Rude just fucking walks away.
And he never said I quit.
Never said I quit. Anyway, I was so fucking mad. Final thoughts. What the fuck? It was a decent match. It was great back and forth. Good heel face dynamics. The crowd's involved. I didn't even know about the whole crowd possibly not being a wrestling fan.
Right.
And I would equate this. It's like getting blue balls from a moderately okay hand job.
All right. So, but Rick Rude though, you liked Rick Rude.
It was a good match.
Rick Rude is he was a master at selling. He is one of the best. He could sell he could sell ketchup to a woman wearing white gloves. Am I right?
Anyway, it was a good match. It was a decent match. Like nothing to write home about. I wouldn't give it 5 cookies or 5 stars, but it was just a good match, and it ended in such a fucking stupid way.
Hey, it was a TV taping. They had to build something.
I don't care. He literally just walked out. You just gonna quit, boy? You just gonna quit?
Yes, he did.
I would. Like who? I don't. Like I'm so angry right now. I texted to Aaron. I said that was a stupid fucking ending. He's like, you can make it funny though, right? And at the time I could, but the more I've thought about it, when I went back to write my notes, I've gotten so angry about how it ended. I've lost all my funny lines.
Hey, can you tell me about Howard Varnum in the audience?
I missed that too. Actually, did I send a picture of that?
Yes. It's the audience. Everybody is so up for Sting.
That's right.
And then there's this one guy, like everybody's standing up cheering, and it's a slow pan, and then Howard Varnum is just sitting there like, we need to get to the car. Yeah. We need to get to the car.
Gotta beat the traffic. It's 2:30. Gotta beat the Disney traffic.
Oh, God. All right, so give me the social media update.
Gosh. All right. Social media. So
yeah,
in my notes, I said that we finally, Aaron said a couple weeks ago, we were going to start giving away some WCW cards.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We finally gave away our first set of cards, and then I found out last night Aaron had yet to mail the fucking cards. It's been 2 weeks. I gave Aaron a stamp, or I gave Aaron 3 stamps. I gave him a blank envelope. He had the cards. I said, hey, man, this guy's address, mail it. So shout out to Andrew for being an active participant on our Twitter, retweeting us, liking us. He's always getting at us. And Aaron fucked up really bad. Somehow Aaron moves into his house, right?
All right.
So he moves into the house.
I moved into the house.
And last night I'm just casually like, hey, man, did you finally get that stuff in the mail? And he goes, no. So what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, and he gets really angry. He gets really aggressive.
I was so mad.
He gets really aggressive. He's like,
I've had so much shit going on in my life.
Why don't you fucking mail it? And he gives me the cards. And he gives me the stamps. And I was like, all right, well, where's the fucking envelope? I'll do it right now. He goes, I don't know. Aaron, the stamps were in the fucking envelope.
Are you what?
They were in the envelope.
What? Why were they in the envelope?
I gave him, but like no. He gives me the stamps. Yeah. He had taken them out of the envelope. Why?
Barbara did that. My mom,
don't blame
while helping me.
Aaron, you're a grown man.
Don't blame Barbara.
Aaron at one point tried to say he doesn't know how to address an envelope.
That's bullshit, and you know it.
Anyway.
All right.
You guys had fun last night, didn't you?
Anyway.
Well, my last words when leaving Aaron's house last night was have fun, Mike, with him having a panic attack at every corner.
He did. And so, anyway, thank you, Andrew. Your cards are on the way. I actually had to message him because it's been 2 weeks. I'm a man of my word. I said we were going to send it out. Apparently, we haven't yet. I blamed Aaron. They're in my mailbox now.
Did he say anything?
He has not messaged me back yet.
Well, he
you know what? He probably unfollowed us.
I hope he's
because
not,
you know why?
Hope he's not dead.
Because we're down to 79 followers. Damn it. You know what?
He unfollowed us.
I don't know if he did, but somebody did. couple of them. Raw was great though. On the week of the 4th, it was the best Raw
really
in
good.
probably 6 months. It was phenomenal.
Was that the first one that Heyman took over?
We think,
not technically,
but he didn't take over last week.
So
Last week was
technically,
terrible.
They said they're not taking over until after
Tonight.
after tonight. But if you read all the shit, he was with Vince. They had this awesome spot. So anyway, when Raw is good, our social media is good. We get lots of engagements, lots of likes, all this sort of thing.
When Raw's not good, as in the next week.
Tank.
It's bad. So
Oh shit, we are recording 2 episodes today. I forgot.
how well we do depends on how Raw does sometimes. And so July 7th, at that point, we were at 79 followers. One of the better tweets, Aaron, with a good picture and a meme, he said, Undertaker leaving the arena like, and it was the Breakfast Club ending with his arms above his. It was great. It was awesome. It was phenomenal. Pop culture reference. We got 800 impressions, 26 engagements to Vince on that.
Forget about Undertaker.
But that's how good that Raw was. It was phenomenal. And then Undertaker's music hits, and me and Aaron both look at each other like, oh shit, all right, that's pretty cool.
Were you expecting that?
I was not expecting
no.
it. Nobody was expecting
Nobody
it.
was expecting Raw to be good, let alone Undertaker show up.
Oh, and
It's
in
always-
the first,
it's always good to see
the
him.
first 5 minutes, the word shit was uttered on
Yeah.
TV.
Oh yeah.
Corey Graves goes, holy shit. Another really good one is, it was from the Sevens tournament, and I said, we didn't see a victorious fear, but we did see a classic Boston crab.
Oh yeah.
And it was Tolbert.
Yeah.
Because Tolbert was fucking
Wait, you
around.
mean Walls Jericho?
No, it was a boss.
Oh my
just
God.
curious.
So Tolbert was
So
fucking
you
around with
missed it, Aaron. So Mark Anthony
was sleeping.
Yeah, he was a little hungover. He was sleeping, and he was stomach down under the tent.
I love that his name is Mark Anthony,
Mark Anthony.
which sounds Italian. He's not Italian.
He's Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Well, he's something.
Anyway, so Tolbert's fucking around with Mark, and then he goes to leave, and I was like, no, Tolbert, I gotta get a picture. Do a
So
Boston crab.
I first put him in Scorpion Deathlock.
Okay.
First, yeah.
Nice.
And then I got him in the Boston Crab, Lion Tamer, whatever you
did he
want to call
tap?
it. I had him pretty deep at one point.
Dude, it was gnarly. Like, it was great.
Tap or snap?
You
Tap
probably
or
cracked his
snap.
back.
Tap or snap.
Anyway, we got 224 impressions, 19 engagements. So it was a good. That was organic. That was just us doing us.
That was just, you know.
Worst of the week was, we decided that we weren't going to do a podcast, so I had to let the world know, and so I said we fucked up.
That was the worst of the week?
Due to the chaos of the Sevens tourney, Aaron's new house, and a drunken cookie concussion, we won't have an episode this week. The dozens of you are free to spam our DMs with your disappointment. Nobody spammed us, so apparently nobody was really that upset. So it was actually.
Thank God.
Normally that would do really well for an organic tweet. We had 164 impressions, 4 engagements, but because Raw was so good,
Right.
that was one of our worst tweets,
Interesting.
and we did fuck up.
We did.
We did.
We hyped it. We
hyped
let him
it.
down. We almost let him down as hard as we let Andrew down.
Sorry, Andrew. May you treasure these 2 packs of cards we fucking sent you, because
You know what? He's gonna get like 6 or 7 Sting cards.
and it's gonna be the worst thing is he's gonna get like 30 different Jim Ross. Like he's gonna
JR
get like
with
Jim
glasses.
It's Jim Ross.
JR with a hat.
Ross. It's Jim Ross. I got another Jim Ross.
Is Jim Ross even a wrestler?
Mr. Ross, Jim Ross, JR.
I mean, like the packs are
Boomer
great.
Sooner.
They're fun. I don't think we need to give anybody more than 2 because you're gonna get everybody that you need.
Yeah, you're gonna get
At
a
this point,
fabulous Freebirds. You're gonna get a Sting. You may get a Dutch Mantel.
Dude, I think I still have some left in my fanny pack, but like when we were Ubering around all these places and I have my fanny pack on, I'm giving the Uber driver, "Hey, you like the fabulous Freebirds? Here you go." you know who Sting is? Here you go.
Why won't any Ubers pick me up anymore?
or it's one specific Uber that's like, that's mine.
All right, that's the social media update this week.
All right, for our second cookie match. Wait,
What?
I don't know, man. I think I just had an aneurysm.
you
For our
okay?
second match of the evening, the strong style with
Oh my God.
Cookie, you have got Mio Shirai against Minoru Suzuki. Minoru Suzuki.
Well,
Minoru.
I don't know how to pronounce it either. I'm just gonna say Mio and Suzuki.
Suzuki.
That's
We'll say
all I
Suzuki.
got.
We'll say
Which
Suzuki.
one's the guy? Which one's the girl?
Suzuki.
Mio is the girl. Suzuki is the man.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I'm not sure. Is that? I wonder if that's Io Shirai. Let me look that up.
You well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna
Finish your thought because I have no idea where you're going with that.
So Mio, she's coming in strong. 3 titles on her. I think her waist and on her shoulders. She's looking strong. I was expecting this match to be China, like a China-esque match versus like a Jeff Jarrett, like someone that can actually put up a fight. Suzuki comes down. He's looking like Taz, like old school ECW Taz with a towel draped on his head. So I was like, this should be a good match. I was wrong. I was wrong.
It wasn't that bad.
First off, Suzuki's a big boy. I didn't realize it, but like he's a bald-headed like.
And I think that was part of the problem with the match is the contrasting sizes of the two.
He was like a Japanese pit bull.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was a major player in Japanese MMA.
Really?
He was a legit fucking badass.
Oh my god.
That makes it even worse.
That does make it even worse because he was fighting like Hello Kitty basically. So
Yeah.
he was fighting. Like,
Yeah.
she was so tiny, and I felt so
It's
bad.
like Riho.
Oh, Rio.
Poor old Mio. But let's
Oh,
get down
Mio,
to
Mio.
Oh man! All right, so Mio constantly throughout this match is working on her leg kicks, and she's trying to like put up some offense. Clearly, she's a striker, and Suzuki would just kick her straight in the chest, and just straight in the tit, and just knock her straight on their ass. And I was just like, "Good God, is this legal to watch?"
It was like a snuff film.
It honestly was.
And that's the thing. Like Cornette, like we talk about him and his opinions and stuff, and he hates intergender wrestling. And one of his, and I've never hated it of the little bit I've seen, like the China match that Tolbert had
That was
weeks
good.
ago and stuff.
Yeah.
And dude, it took me. Everything he said about intergender wrestling was happening in your match, and I was just so out of it. I fell asleep.
Oh, good.
It was terrible.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I picked at least 2 shitty matches. this
My
week.
match was good. It was just
Pretty shitty.
ended shitty.
And I felt so bad for her because it looked like she was. This is strong style, so she's taking these bumps.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
hard.
Eating.
Yes. Like Mia one time goes for like the test of strength where she'll put her arm up and she'll hope that the other person will clasp onto her arm and we'll figure out who's stronger. Suzuki just kicks her dead in the fucking chest. It's just like Sparta kicks her straight
Because
to the
Suzuki
chest.
knows he's strong. There
Yeah,
ain't
I
no
was like,
test.
Good God.
Oh, man.
So let's see.
I picked this match without watching it. I thought that it was going to be like a fun, like little romp. It was after I
not.
picked it and we announced it. I watched it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! Ooh, that was a mistake.
She crumbled at one point. She tried to kick him, and she just crumbled. She was like, "Yep, I hit a fucking wall."
Oh.
That's exactly what she did. But I give her so many props though, because at certain points in the match, she was like asking for more, and you could tell Suzuki was just having fun with her, just toying with her, and she's just like, "Come on, I want more. Give it to me." At one point, she goes for a roundhouse kick, and she's kicking pretty fucking hard. And Suzuki just hauls off and just chops her dead into the fucking chest. Again, straight into the mat. And Mio, at one point, has had enough. She goes for an eye poke, and she gets the upper hand on him. She gets him into like a headlock using the top rope.
Right.
Yep. And this is probably my favorite part in the match, and I'll tell you why. She goes for a crossbody, or it looks like a crossbody on top rope, and the fucking match just glitches, and next thing you know, the both of them are on the ground, and she's just kicking them in the head. It was clearly a glitch in this stream, or in the link that you gave me. I was just like, what the hell, Aaron? Like, what happened? I want to know, but...
It was worth it.
It woke me up. I was laughing a little bit more. Anyway, let's see here. Suzuki, again, gets the upper hand, and... At one point, Mio's on the ground, probably after being kicked in the chest for the 8th time, and he says something in Japanese, which I assume loosely translates to "get your bitch ass up and fight." Because
Why
do you assume he's like?
I assume he's just like, get the fuck up, because she is just obviously she's probably concussed.
She's definitely concussed in that match.
She doesn't know where she is.
He
Probably
literally beat the shit out of her the whole time.
And it was legal.
And it was legal. Yes. Anyway, Mio gets the upper hand, and she starts slapping Suzuki, like front hand, back hand, headbutts, kicking him in the head. And for some reason, She tries to go for a suplex, which I don't understand why.
Right.
Clearly, she can't pick this guy up. He counters it into a front headlock, turns her over, gets her into a sleeper. She's starting to fade. She's fading. She doesn't tap, but he turns it into a pile driver, drops her on the head. CTE, people. Pins her 1, 2, 3. But the coolest thing about this match, I think, is at the end, Suzuki says something in Japanese, and
That's the coolest thing.
and it told a story, and she thanked him for, I guess, giving her the opportunity to actually fight him, and he raised her hand out of respect. But I think she only suffered like whiplash, a broken neck, probably broke her ankle at some point. But at least she has his respect.
Right.
Props to them for being able to portray all of that. And you don't speak Japanese, and you knew what happened.
18 minutes.
You knew that guy beat the shit out of that woman.
He beat the piss out of her. This match gets a 3.5 cookie rating.
3.5?
You gave that 3.5?
3.5.
Are you sure?
Oh wait, sorry guys, sorry. That's a 2. I can't read my own hand right now. I apologize.
Cookie's been
guys.
smoking a little cookies.
Oh my God!
I can't read my own.
I was like,
hand
wait a minute, 3.5.
No.
Yeah. I was gonna say it was sub 3.
So
Hey, Cookie.
So
here we go, Cookie.
Drum
now
roll.
I can distinguish the cookie rating.
Tell
I
me
can
about the
explain this to
cookie
you guys.
rating.
Here we go. So I'm gonna give you guys some factors into what goes into a cookie rating. Speed and tempo in a match.
Okay.
If I have to tell the wrestlers in my head, wrap it up, boys,
Okay.
that automatically gets -1.
-1. That's a full cookie.
That's a
That's a full cookie fall.
Full,
Wow.
full cookie for me having me to say wrap it up.
He's talking to the mic, Cook.
Sorry. So a match.
If I have to tell Cookie to talking to the mic, that's -1 Cookie.
That's 0.25.
A match that is progressively slow with 5 or less. I'm sorry, less than 5 high spots in a match, and contains a lot of transition moves, has a lot of rest breaks. It's clearly just like it doesn't have the pace of what it should be. Right. I think that also gets less than a 5-star cookie.
Okay.
A 5 cookie.
Okay.
Cookie rating. Automatically gets less than the 4, depending on the high spots. One-sided matches like the Bull Nakano match. The only reason why I gave the Bull Nakano match a 4-star rating was because I like Bull Nakano, and she.
Did you buy that shirt?
I did not buy that shirt.
I bought that
want
shirt.
to buy that shirt.
I bought that shirt.
So squash matches are automatically going to get less than a 4 cookie rating.
Okay.
Depending on the spots. False finishes. This is a big one.
Really?
A match with an obnoxious amount of false finishes, but they also lack like eye-popping spots. And I have to say, wrap it up, boys. Once again, less than 3.5 rating. Sorry, less than 3.5 rating.
Okay.
I can see that because like eventually
It gets
annoying.
it takes you so far out of it that you're like, oh, this isn't gonna be it. This isn't gonna be it. And then it ends and you're like, oh.
And it's
like
just,
suspense, I guess, is
yes,
gone.
if I have to see a signature move over and over and over again, which I see that a lot in Japanese matches, I'll see the enziguris, the boots, and I'll see those moves that they do over and over and over again. It gets so tiring, pulls me out of the match, and I'm like, when is this going to end? I'm not connected with the match.
Gotcha.
I lose my interest in it. But on the opposite end, if a match contains a high number of false finishes but has eye-popping high spots that make the audience and myself cringe or stand up, that match can get upwards of 4.5 cookies.
Okay.
Upwards of 4 cookies, I apologize. Okay. And the match must also tell a good story.
All right.
So with the Mio match, there wasn't a good story told.
But there was a story.
But there was a story there. And if you listen to the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, there was an even better story told. Wait to see.
A cookie tease.
A cookie tease.
And that brings us to our final match of the evening, if he can ever roll his blunt on my table. It is the High Spot with Chris Tolbert. And Tolbert, you have got I Like Toidles.
I've got blunt guts all over the table.
Darby Allin. Darby Allin against a bad boy.
I'll tell you what I got.
He's been a bad boy this week. Yes, he has. Joey
Janela.
Are they all over your notes?
The blunt cut? Yeah, I put it on my notes so I won't get your table dirty.
It's accentuating his haiku that he wrote while we were talking about the 7th tournament.
Of course. course.
You wrote dude.
What? I always do. That's the beauty.
Oh,
of
it's
the
the beauty
haiku.
of the haiku.
Yeah,
It's the art, man. It's
organic.
all about the art.
Hey,
It's
give
organic.
that man a pin.
I got a pin. All right, so
I cannot wait until. Okay, never mind.
No, the best part is he printed out his notes.
that's
but,
for the sec. That's for the.
but they're
other
underneath
episode.
his. Oh, okay.
That's for the other episode. I have no notes for this match. Well, our link got booted.
Got booted.
Yeah, so I watched this match last week when we were planning on doing the episode on Sunday. Didn't really get the chance to watch it, but I had seen bits of this match, before you assigned it to me. I've seen matches in this arena. Did you recognize?
So it's
the
GCW.
bar? Yeah.
It may be in Philadelphia. I don't know. I'll look it up. But yeah. So it is. It just looks like in the middle.
I wonder if
can
the
you
audience
hear it?
ever
Can you
they
hear
hear
that?
the whistle. I wonder can they hear the whistle. Guys, tweet us. Let
Jesus
us know if you can hear that
Christ,
whistle.
That is Tolbert whistling
That is
through
the,
a
that is
vape
the high
pen.
spot, ladies and gentlemen.
Tolbert, how? That was.
He looked like Angry Bull, blowing smoke to his nose.
I was just staring at him without blinking while he was talking. Anyway, so I've seen some matches in this place. It looks like a pretty cool setup. Definitely an indie. When you pull it up, you're like, all right, for sure, it's an indie show. Typical barroom crowd. A lot of people that look like me and people I hang out with. Just metal T-shirts, long hair, lots of beers, and people just hooting and hollering. Fucking air horns. When did that start? The air horn. There's always that
Right,
one
and during that match.
Yeah.
Those assholes. I hate
I would
airholes.
hate to be in front of someone that's doing that. Like, fuck that.
Every time.
They scare me every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what was that? What was that?
Nerves on edge.
So Joey comes out with the beautiful Penelope Ford.
How do you fuck that up?
What's that? I don't know, man. I don't know.
White Claw. Too much White Claw.
The devil's juice.
That might be a sensitive subject for him. If I lost her, I'd be
so
upset
fun.
about it.
She's so fun.
But we don't know what happened. We don't know.
We may never know.
But she is also pretty a badass herself.
Yeah.
She's pretty much.
She actually had a tryout for WWE a few months ago.
Yeah, she's. I've seen videos of her taking tables. No, dude.
That's the moment the pen
That's not where
kicks
I was
in.
going with that.
All right, well,
That's not where I was going
So
with
get
that.
your match, damn it.
I'm talking about the match. No, what I remember about it.
oh my god.
So I don't remember too much from watching this. But there's a lot of good spots. There's a lot of chair spots, a lot of hardcore stuff. Darby's just taking these brutal blows like he always does.
That's his
I don't-
shtick.
I don't know how he even still has any vertebrae left. Some of the spots he takes,
Especially after that
bumps he
coffin drop
takes.
spot.
But yeah, typical like Joey Janela just talking shit to the crowd, being funny. He's quite the entertainer, especially in these smaller indie venues. I just love how he works the crowd and really gets into it. He's not a good guy, not a bad guy. He just does his thing. But amazing wrestling from the two of them. Yeah, Darby just gets the shit beat out of him in this match. At one point, I thought he just broke his fucking face open. His whole face is when he takes that chair shot. It's like it was pretty much like almost like a tombstone onto the chair.
Oh, dude, that was the ending.
It was,
yeah.
It was like a brain buster
Yeah,
on the
no,
chair.
no. So it was so.
What do
Let
you
me-
remember? What do you remember?
Okay,
Well,
so-
Yeah, let the guy who's sober.
It's a Death Valley.
Okay, all right.
but also,
so
a lot's happened between.
there
that week.
was a coffin drop outside of the ring.
Yeah.
There was some
God,
there was some stuff like that. There was chairs and everything. At one point, Darby got his hands taped.
That's right. the tape,
Together.
yeah, taped together.
And then he was just taking like an ass kicking there.
Yeah.
And to finish the match, Darby took a tombstone pile driver
Onto the
from
chair.
Janela. Janela slipped and it just crumpled his head and neck on the chair, and it was really
yeah,
bad.
it was hard to watch.
It was ugly,
It was very ugly.
but it was cool to watch.
It was a fun match.
Just
Obviously,
wrestling.
Darby was okay. He put on a pretty good performance last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you like? How do you feel? And
Man,
do you
so
think
I knew
that,
we were going to talk about this.
Well, I don't want to like spoil it because we're going to talk about it later. But are you surprised that they're both kind of getting the positive response from the fans
Not at
that
all,
they are
because they
now?
put in the work. Not at all.
Because they're both pretty over
Yeah,
with
dude.
at least the
Last
AEW
night,
crowd.
I didn't have. So I had Fight for the Fallen on at the bar last night while you guys were watching it here. I had the subtitles on, but I didn't have the audio because it's
We had the
bar.
subtitles on too, unintentionally.
Yeah, that was
So, but you could tell that, I mean, just from visual, Darby got a lot of cheers. So did Joey. So did that whole match. What was it, 3-on-3? No, it's a three-way tag.
No, it was a 3-on-3.
3-on-3.
Yep.
But great match. They put on a great performance. And, I mean, they've put in their time. Janela's been in the indie leagues for, 14 years. Darby's been putting his shit in as well for a long time. So... They both love wrestling and put in a lot of hard work to get where they are. And I think they're going to continue to go over.
Do you think Darby Allin is one of them skater fucks?
Skateboard fucks.
All right, so and I don't want to hate on Darby because I'm starting to warm up to him. I'm starting to like him. But I saw the promos when he was first coming out. Like, oh, he's a skateboard guy, all this. All right, so there's people who skate, right? There's people who actually skate and do it with class and style, and they're really good. Then you have these kids that are always at the skate park, and they can skate and they can ride the board, and they say they skate, but all they really do is jump off shit, and it's sketchy, and then they do some half-ass little pop, and they're just rolling off roofs and shit like that. And hey, man, if that's what you want to do it. But
that's the kind of skateboarding he is.
That's not. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that.
Old Tolbert yells at cloud.
That's not skateboarding.
All right, Tolbert, give me the haiku.
All right, so I wrote this haiku, kind of the idea of Darby and Janela having a night out together as they did in this bar, and it goes, Darby might be straight edge. Janela knows all the spots. Darby almost died.
All right, well, that
usual.
That wraps it up for this week's episode. Next week on $2 Steak, we have maybe some of my favorite matches that I've picked yet. For Big Mike, we've got the Belfast Bruiser Fit Finley against Lord Steven Regal. For Cookie in the Strong Style, we have got Kenta Kobayashi against Kenta. And for the greatest high spot match we have ever picked.
Oh my god.
The names read the names, please.
We have Cheesy, Queasy, Sleazy, and Jerry Lawler against Wink, Pink, Dink, and Doink. Love it. That is next week on $2 Steak.